Welcome to SpeedyPodz episode 12. We're jumping straight into your stack of sources today for a distilled look at the biggest news shaping AI and the global markets. What's the mission? Simple. Give you the actionable knowledge, connecting those tech breakthroughs right back to the balance sheet.
Yeah, it's definitely an intense environment right now. We're seeing these, well, verified, tangible breakthroughs in computation speed. But they're running smack into some serious philosophical skepticism for people who've been in the industry a long time. The speed of change is just creating both incredible opportunities and, frankly, immense friction.
Okay, let's dig into that. Starting with the sheer speed of generative AI. Google just dropped this vibe coding product. It's built on Gemini 2.5 Pro, and the sources show it built a full mobile-first web app. Think like a phone wallpaper generator based on your mood in just 78 seconds.
78 seconds, yeah.
I mean, 78 seconds for a mobile-first app. That basically changes the definition of a development sprint, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
What's interesting is how the developer acts more like an orchestra conductor.
Yeah.
Rather than writing line by line, they can see the model's whole chain of thought restore checkpoints.
Yeah.
It's quite different. Logan Kilpatrick points out the real challenge isn't the code itself anymore. It's the integrations.
Right, like database setup, authentication.
Exactly. API building, all that stuff, which they say is coming. That's clearly the next frontier for these tools.
And the whispers around the next generation, Gemini 3.0, code names like Orion Mist, Lithium Flow, people are saying they're extremely good, like state-of-the-art at generating complex SVGs, even 3D Minecraft meshes.
Wow.
There was even this one feat mentioned, a snippet that was zero-shot coded.
Meaning no specific examples needed,
Yeah.
It just did it.
That's the idea. Produced complex output without specific training or fine-tuning. Pretty wild.
And if you connect that kind of virtual speed to the physical world, Google also made a huge leap there, their Willow chip. It achieved the first verifiable quantum advantage.
Okay, quantum advantage. What does that mean in practical terms?
It means this quantum computer ran a specific algorithm, quantum echoes, 13,000 times faster than the world's fastest classical supercomputer. This could potentially help explain how atoms interact, paving a path towards things like drug discovery, material science. It's a big deal.
Meanwhile, the hardware supporting all this AI, that race is heating up too, right? Apple's refreshing everything, MacBook Pro, iPad Pro, even the Vision Pro getting the new M5 chip. And the key thing seems to be AI performance, over 4 times the peak GPU compute for AI compared to the M4, boosting local inference speed.
Right, which brings up a really important question. What are these super powerful chips actually running? You have someone like Andre Karpathy, his interview got a lot of attention, basically saying current LLMs don't work yet.
Don't work yet? That sounds pretty critical.
It is. He thinks they're cognitively lacking. They start every task from zero, right? And only have this sort of hazy memory of the internet baked into their weights. His point is crucial. Current AI is amazing at structured things, like coding, which we just talked about, but it really struggles with abstract thinking, non-linear reasoning. That explains those weird factual errors we still see sometimes.
Okay, hold on. If the models are that fundamentally flawed, how are they spitting out full web apps in 78 seconds? Is the speed just better direction, better tools, not necessarily smarter AI?
It's likely a bit of both. Better prompting, better scaffolding around the core models. And even as this speed accelerates, corporations are reorganizing. Look at Meta. They're cutting several hundred roles in their FAIR division. That's their fundamental AI research group.
So the pure research side.
Exactly. They frame it as creating a more agile operation, which kind of suggests the pressure for commercial results might be outweighing that blue sky research focus, maybe.
Interesting. Let's pivot to the wider markets then, because this tech velocity is hitting real-world consumer friction, creating huge contrasts in stocks. On the one hand, you had Ford. Shares surged over 12%. Best day in almost 4 years.
Yeah, that was after beating profit expectations, right? And saying they'd boost F-150 production.
Exactly. But then contrast that with Deckers Outdoor. They own UGG and Hoka. Their shares fell 15% on a weak 2026 sales forecast.
Ouch. And management pointed fingers directly at the consumer.
Yep. Cited an increasingly cautious U.S. consumer, especially with these tariff-driven price hikes hitting.
And you also saw that danger of single-point dependency with Alaska Air fell over 6%. Worse than expected earnings, plus their second major IT outage in 3 months, canceling hundreds of flights. That's tough.
Beyond market risk, there's also this, structural friction. These AI models themselves, studies using the latest ones, GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet, even GPT-5, they're showing these hidden biases, particularly when analyzing ethical dilemmas about the value of human lives.
What kind of bias?
The results consistently suggested they ranked white people and Western nations last in these abstract value analyses.
Which goes right back to the data problem, doesn't it? If the training data, like Wikipedia or whatever, has its own biases, those just get amplified. And that shows why regulating around complex political stuff is so difficult. Take California's proposed billionaire tax, a one-time 5% tax on net worth over $1 billion.
Pushed by the SEIU, the big service employees union.
Right, to deal with massive pension liabilities. But it faces a huge constitutional hurdle, this idea of uniformity requirements. States usually can't just single out one specific class of wealth or income for special taxation. It's likely unconstitutional on those grounds.
But wait, couldn't the counterargument be that huge pension liabilities are a systemic risk, maybe requiring novel, even constitutionally testing solutions?
Absolutely. And that brings us right back to the core tension here. You've got unprecedented speed in AI, coding in seconds, quantum leaps, running right alongside these deep philosophical challenges, model biases, and the very real impact of cautious consumers hitting major brands.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, listening right now?
Well, given the sheer velocity of these AI breakthroughs and figures across the political map, like Elon Musk and Bernie Sanders agree they will displace jobs.
Yeah.
Here's the thought. Will the political push for things like wealth taxes, for regulatory control, will it be fast enough to actually address the economic fallout? Or will wealth and maybe even companies simply move to places with fewer restrictions before governments can even react effectively? That's the big question to chew on.